We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at Lumen Field here in the Soto District of Seattle. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. On first down, Lance. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27. Here we go.
On second and very short, Lance. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So, Charles, take nothing away from this young man under center, because I know people think he's got a very bright future in this league, but I have to figure the defensive coordinators love the thought of squaring off against a rookie quarterback.
And especially if they have guys they can put together a game plan with that's going to confuse, disguise a lot of coverage, make this kid think a little bit. Because in college, he's seen a lot of things. Let's not get it wrong here. But at the same time, in the NFL, you can do so much more because of the athletes you have, because of their football IQ. And don't forget, you're going to throw a couple extra rushers at him as well. See if he can handle the pressure when those guys come at him.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Now it's Carson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4. And it was the visiting Seahawks who were victorious in that one. So they now look for the sweep here back home in Seattle. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check the outs. Check that quick. Rush in. Rush in. Rush in. Shift.
Now a toss play. It's Carson. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Left. We own them. Check three. Alert flare. No.
And smartly going into the slide there. Wilson has enough for the first.
All day, every day, any day. Hey, check Mike 33. Check. All go special. 36.
They'll try the left side. Carson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Wilson. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Play that tight, D. Don't let him breathe, defense. You go tight. Fair. You got time.
Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. These two teams, they met up in Seattle earlier in the year with the Seahawks coming away victorious. So a win here in Seattle, tough as that may be, would give them the season sweep. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lance. Forced out to his left. Got a man, that's Trent Sherfield. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 12-yard line. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Lance. Buying time to his left. This will be caught at about the 5. 7 yards the pickup there. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out.
That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Gold with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They currently sit one game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
On second down now, it's Carson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Play action. Now Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there for Seattle. They lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook. And that's what.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Rashad Penny, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is now 10-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taking it about the 1. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And the Seahawks are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Draw play. This is Carson. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. They run it with Carson. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And the Niners are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get 1 step. If you're within 1 step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that looks like an extra step was involved. Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Now Lance. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Trent Sherfield with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the 49ers have retaken the lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
On 1st down, Carson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Check. Lucky. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Pick the edge.
This is Carson. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Wilson and the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th.
Tighten up. Watch the ship.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Now Wilson on 1st down. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown! DK Metcalf. His 11th touchdown of the year as his guys are able to regain the lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 17-14. is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. They fake the handoff. Now Lance. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Play action. Now it's Lance. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And got his man, complete. And finally, he goes out of bounds right at the 35-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Again, it's Lance. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
Watch the pass. Check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. Crunch time, defense.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And Gold is able to put it through. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Tyler Lockett now with a return. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie.
And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Vincent Smith, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks on one play have taken the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now a play fake. Lance escaping the pressure right. Taking a shot for Samuel. He's got a man. Complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. Faking the give to Mostert. Now Lance rolling to his left. He's got this one complete to And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On play action, Lance. Eluding the pressure right. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Gold with the extra point, and that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Lockett the return. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here.
Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike. that.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Wilson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Carson, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
From the 36, Wilson over the middle to Smith. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. 2nd down at 4. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. They go play action with Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
They've been moving the ball well, but this drive was in danger of stalling out. Fortunately, this is a nice throw here, and they're able to pick up a new set of downs.
Let's get off the field, D. Take 4.
That's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And that, Charles, you'd have to think a pretty avoidable mistake.
You're exactly right about that, partner, because it all comes down to covering up the football. Look, turnovers are going to happen. They're inevitable. But in a tie game in the 3rd quarter, those turnovers can change the tide of the ball game. And now it's up to their defense to try and bail them out. Got to take care of the rock.
Following the fumble recovery, Lance. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
Off of play action, here's Lance. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 6. Here's Carson. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. It's a big play there for Seattle. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And the 49ers are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment in the 4th quarter. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. To throw, it's Lance. That's into the hands of Dwelly. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
42 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now this throw caught left side. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. A big play there for the Niners. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Throwing now is Lance. Flush to his right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way. After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game. Airing it out deep for Smith. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now 4th down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made in my estimation.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, watch the slant.
Wilson to throw. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
That's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass. Throwing now is Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And they'll try the jet sweep here.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
It's a gain of 6. And the 49ers first down.
Lance, a handoff here to Mostert. Oh, he gets free left side. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 65 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Here's Mostert. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. And they'll run with Sermon. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. They'll run with Mostert. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They've just likely won this thing in regulation. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead.
Seahawks 24.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it.